Make sure you stick around till the end because let's just say you're gonna know all the tea about the lady parts in this video. I'm just gonna give you a warning here. This video is quite graphic. So if you're someone who doesn't like hearing graphic content related to birth, then shield your ears. But I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Janae. If you are new here, my main goal is to help you guys in your motherhood journey through the struggles, the highs, the lows, and just give you my advice and help you along the way. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what it's really like postpartum. Basically, I'm just going to be listing off a few things that are good to know because I definitely would have liked to know them the first time around. I have had 2 kids and I've had both of them vaginally, so I know a thing or two about what it's like postpartum in the lady department. So if you are new to the whole postpartum experience thing, if you have never been postpartum, if you're going to soon be postpartum, just good to know things. So I just made a little list on my phone and I'm gonna be reading them off for you. If you like what you hear, well, you probably won't like what you hear if we're being honest, because most of it's not pleasant, but it's the reality of what happens when you're postpartum. So give this video a thumbs up if you like that I'm giving you some knowledge, hopefully. Okay, so you are well, okay, I won't say you are. I'm gonna say everything in me because this was my experience both times postpartum. Even though my postpartum experiences were very different, I have other videos talking all about how they were very different. These things were pretty much the same and are for a lot of people, so I hear. So you're super swollen down there, like super swollen. Like I heard that you would be swollen, but until you actually experience it, it's kind of shocking and terrifying about how, like, if you actually look. And I am a curious little kitten. Did I really just say that? I'm a curious little kitten. Anyways, I am somebody who's like, I know, like people say don't look because you'll probably be scared or something. And I'm the person who's like, yeah, I know I probably shouldn't, but like I can't not look at it's myself anyway. Like it's my own body. I want to see what just happened, you know? Like I just birthed a human, literally, out of my body. And as insane as that sounds, I still want to see. So, yes, I looked. And would I recommend it? Probably not. let's just leave it there. But yeah, you are super swollen. Even if you don't look, you can feel it. You can feel the super swollenness. It's uncomfortable because it's super swollen. For the time that you're in the hospital, not the whole time, but like at least that first day, so it's uncomfortable. And then you're also uncomfortable because of hemorrhoids. Now, if you are one of those people who don't get hemorrhoids after having birth and being postpartum, then you, my friend, I don't think you can be my friend. No, I'm kidding. You're lucky, and be blessed and be thankful that you aren't, because hemorrhoids. Before I got pregnant, I didn't understand. Honestly, I used to get grossed out by like people talking about hemorrhoids. I'm like, ew, like what, ew. And then I got pregnant with my first, and I'm like, oh, so this is a hemorrhoid. And then since that glorious first pregnancy, they've always seemed to make their appearance every now and again. So let's just say postpartum, it was really bad because that guy was pretty large. And if you have a large hemorrhoid, that is very uncomfortable. So just be prepared for that. And I tell you so that you can literally prepare for it and like get stuff for it so it's not as unbearable. And then the next thing, guys, this is a graphic video. So if, like when I say graphic, I'm trying not to be verbally graphic, but to some people it still probably will be. So if you're someone who doesn't like hearing graphic content related to birth, then shield your ears. But I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Blood clots, guys, it just falls out. Like when you stand up to go to the bathroom, okay, when I stood up to go to the bathroom, they just fall out. That sounds really disgusting, and it kind of is, but it's the reality. And so does pee at first. Again, everyone's experience is going to be different, but I had an epidural twice, so my whole legs were numb and my body was like numb, so I had to have assistance. And so when I stood up, like, no, when I pulled my pants down and like sat on the toilet, like the blood and pee just like came out. Like I didn't even, yeah, okay, moving on. Blood, there's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood after birth. A lot of blood. A lot of blood. So here's a tip for you, dab. Dab, I'm just use that one word, dab, dab, dab down there. Because you don't want to rub, you don't want to, no, just lightly, lightly dab. And you may feel like, oh, that's gross. You're not getting it all clean. You're not getting all the blood away. No, you're not. And it just has to be like that for like at least that first day, usually the first few days, but you're wearing a huge, enormous pad anyway, so it's fine. Just dab very, very lightly. And it may be numb, like I mentioned before, especially if you haven't had the epidural, it may be numb. So like when you dab, it might feel really weird, but that's okay. And next up, the squirt bottle is your BFF for the first few days on the toilet and in the shower. Because again, you don't want to rub that area. So like if you're trying to wash up when you take your first shower postpartum and your first few showers, I'd say for the first few days, use that squirt bottle, fill it with warm water from the shower or whatever, and just squirt it there to get it clean because you don't want to rub. And when you do finally look down there, whether it be in the hospital, well, no, it's going to look, if you look in the hospital like I did, and then when you get home, like after a few days, it's going to be something very different that you see, obviously, because it's like you're super swollen and now you're like going back to normal, right? So it's going to look different no matter when you look. In my experience, in all the research I've done even before having my first birth, that was something I was concerned about because I'm like, you know, everyone says it changes, but like not that much. And like, even when you're having intimacy with your husband, like that's what I was worried about, honestly. Being postpartum, I'm like it can't change that much, right? Like it still has to be enjoyable for him, and clearly it is because I have a second child. But in all honesty, it is different. But obviously that's going to look different for everybody, so I'm not going to go into detail here, but it definitely is different, but it's not like a bad thing that it's different, if that makes sense. So yeah, even though that was a very, very slightly verbally graphic video, I hope you guys enjoyed it because when I was pregnant, I did not come across any videos like this, and I wish I had, because just that mental preparation of like, okay, someone else has gone through this, like I've heard this before, so it's not all new to me type of thing, feels really comforting. So I hope it can help you. So hit that subscribe button and the bell if you're not already for more content like this. Make sure to check out the other videos in this little postpartum series. And yeah, I love you guys and have an awesome day. Bye.